All right, finally getting around to reviewing the big hit of the summer of 2015, Not Your Father's Root Beer from Small Town Brewing Company. The beer that was the talk of the beer community and like basically not just the beer community, the community in the summer of 2015. I know on my Facebook homepage, it seems like everyone that I knew at one point had a picture of Not Your Father's Root Beer. Just the social media for this hard root beer was through the roof. And I already reviewed Coney Island root beer. You can check out that review on my page. I have a ton of videos. You can sift through it and find it. Didn't like Coney Island very much. To me, it tasted like someone just bought root beer, Hires root beer or mug or something like that, and just put a shot of vodka in it. That's all it tasted like to me. And of course, that way to go about it would be a lot cheaper than actually buying Coney Island root beer. So this is the real deal, according to everyone. This is the root beer that tastes like root beer, but is alcoholic and doesn't taste like it has alcohol. This is a 5.9%. Beer that puts it under the herbed spiced beer category. I guess that's the best category you could possibly put it in. Some people say this isn't really beer, and it's really hard to rate. Kind of felt that way about their ginger ale that I reviewed a little while back. And the ginger ale actually said on the bottle, enjoy it over ice if you wish. And this says the same thing too. So I would not enjoy beer over ice. I just can't do it, even though the bottle says it's okay, you can do it. 5.9%, this is the one that's mass produced. You see a lot. There were lines going out of beer distributors over the summer for $50 cases of this. I've been able to see, now that it's January and all that has died down, I've been able to see a lot of this everywhere where I am in South Central Pennsylvania. Maybe it never caught on quite as big in South Central PA, or maybe it's just enough time has passed where the craze has kind of subsided a little bit, and we'll see if this has any kind of longevity. They make some really big beer quality versions of this. They have a 10.7% version that's available in Bombers, and they have just a mega 19.5% version, which I think may just be available on tap at the brewery. But this first took Chicago land by storm. A lot of kegs and bars sold out of them, and it just kind of blossomed from there and just got really, really big, as I mentioned, over the summer of 2015. So here's the label art, the old guy in the barrel, Not Your Father's Root Beer. I'm assuming that your father did not have alcoholic root beer unless he put a shot of vodka in the root beer like the Coney Island tastes. Let's pour into this glass, and as we do, and again, I'm not using any ice. It's cold enough. It's been out in the garage, and the weather outside has been very, very cold, in the 20s, and that's saying it's being conservative as far as the real field temperature has been lately. Basically, no head on this. Kind of like we got with the ginger ale. The ginger ale, the head just, nope. And the root beer, I'm getting the same thing. Basically, no head. So that part of it does not look like a traditional root beer, or if anything, it looks like a flat root beer. So let's get the aroma now of Not Your Father's Root Beer. Oh my gosh. It smells like root beer. It smells like high quality, top-notch root beer as well. There's no subtlety in that aroma. Whereas the ginger ale smelled a little more gingery than your normal ginger ales, this one smells like a really, really good root beer. Let's get the taste now. I'm trying to see if I can detect the hint of alcohol. A lot of people say, no, there's no alcohol, and it doesn't taste like there's any alcohol in it. Obviously, there is, being 5.9%. They do an incredible job masking it. I can taste, it's impossible. You're not going to hide, especially 5.9%, you're not going to hide the alcohol completely. I can kind of taste the alcohol, but there's no alcoholic aftertaste in this beer. It really is a hell of a job. They do a great job masking all that stuff. Very good tasting beer. I can't imagine having this in higher qualities. I'm tasting more of the alcohol in the second the second sip. It's nowhere near the Coney Island kind of off-putting alcohol taste, but I do taste a little bit of the alcohol. You can tell the difference between Not Your Father's root beer and regular root beer. People say, "Oh, you can't tell the difference." Well, you can. You can tell the difference. I mean, you can. I mean, anyone who tells you you can't tell the difference is lying. But it does taste very, very good for an alcoholic version of root beer. So they did a hell of a job with this. And for what it is, it's great. So I'm going to go ahead and give Not Your Father's root beer a 10 out of 10. And you know my criteria for rating things, it's because I'm rating things based on what they are, what the brewery kind of wanted to set out to do, and how they rank in its category. And this is something I can't really rank in its category because the category is so small. I can only compare it based on Coney Island, which, as you have gathered, I didn't like very much. So based on that, this is kind of the granddaddy, the gold standard of hard root beer. So there you have it. Not Your Father's root beer from Small Town Brewery. I finally got around to reviewing it. Thank you. 10 out of 10.